Hi everybody, this is Sarah. Today's video will be Aries May Forecast. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. And we will be looking at the 6 areas of your life, including what you're bringing forward into May, your obstacles for the month, your asset to work with, your home life, your love life, both partnered and single, Aries natives, the outcome, or where you will be at the end of the month if you continue on the path that you're currently on, and the best stone to use for the month. I will be using a variety of cards and they will all be linked below. This is of course my take on the cards, and because of that it will not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Oh, and really quickly, I just want to let you know, in May we will be having another Mercury retrograde cycle. I will do a specific video on that though later this month. Okay, so let's get this party started, Aries. The first card, what are you bringing forward? Oh, nice. Strength. Not a surprise, Aries. You're known for your strength. And strength, especially inner strength, has been what's assisted you to prevail in the face of life's challenges. And you've been doing a lot of inner work this year, and because of that, you are moving forward. You are coming into your own or stepping into your own power. And with that comes strength. Every time you act in your own best interest, despite your fears or inner turmoil, you are developing core strength. You are being energized from the inside. You are being energized by your decisions. When you understand how your mindset, how your internal dialogue, the people that surround you affect your health and your well-being, and you make positive decisions based on that information, you are growing your strength. You are growing as a person as well. And you've made a lot of changes and you've really owned a lot of past behavior. So I really do salute you for doing this tough work. So you're bringing this strength, this new mindset forward. And with it, you're feeling kind of almost unstoppable as we begin May. So that's a really good place for you to be. Let's look at your obstacle for the month. Okay. Void of course. Nothing will come of this. If you want to know more about void of course, I have a video just completely on that astrological term, and I'll link it above. But void of course basically means that all the planning, all the visualizing, all the hopes that we have pinned on a project doesn't matter, because when we do something during the void of course, it doesn't work out. Nothing ever comes from it. And that is probably your biggest obstacle, is that worry, that fear that all these plans that you have, all these ideas that you want to bring forward, nothing's going to come from it. And I can understand why you feel like that. You've been disappointed in the past. It's really easy to fall into that rut. Anytime that you get your hopes up and anytime that you start moving forward, there's always going to be that obstacle that pushes you back down. But in reality, that's not exactly true. There have been some disappointments for sure, but you have overcome so many things and you're so much closer to what you really want. So I think the biggest obstacle is not that things aren't going to work out. The biggest obstacle is your fear or your internal struggle in trying to stay positive and not just give up and think that, yeah, it's not for you and you're not destined to have that life that you're dreaming about, and just giving up. So I think that's going to be the biggest obstacle for the month. So what will be your biggest asset to work with? Nice. Fixed moon, hold your vision. Whatever situation you're in, stand firm. Have faith and patience when it's needed, and know that it's okay to think optimistically about the future. It's okay to have hopes and dreams. Your biggest asset will be staying positive and holding on to that vision of how you want your life to be. Holding on to that vision that things can change and things can get better. Because in reality, they have already. You've gone through a lot. The last 5 years have been rough. The last 18 months have put you through a roller coaster of emotions. But look where you are now. You're in a much better place as we begin the spring even than you were this time last year. And May is no exception. You're going to be in a much better place in May than you were in May of last year. So things are changing. Hold on to that and believe in yourself, because things will get better. And let's be honest, it's your turn for things to work out. So stay positive. You got this. Let's look at your home life, Aries. Nothing is set in stone. So you've been on the go recently and you've moved or you're considering moving. It's not happened yet. This card, Mutable Moon, is all about change. Think of it as even shape-shifting. Something is still developing. The change is not quite over yet. So this card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuvering. So if you're not quite happy with your home life yet, don't give up. You're still in that change cycle. Whether you have made the decision to move and haven't followed through on it, or whether you've already moved and you're not quite happy with the living arrangement, take this as a sign that the situation is far from being over or finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of your home life, or if you're struggling with a decision to stay or to go, there is an affirmation that may help you. I know that the best will unfold for me. And by saying that affirmation morning and night, it will help you tap into your intuition and the answer will become more clear. And it will also help you let go some of the anxiety around this decision. That clarity will come. And know that, like I say, it's not finalized yet. Just keep moving forward, staying positive, and moving towards what you want. It's okay, Aries, in May for you to get what you want. Now, Aries, let's look at your love life, both single and partnered Aries. Oh, okay. The full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So I read this for our single Aries, that it's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what led you to this crossroads. You don't want to end up with somebody just because you're lonely or just because they're persistent. And in the past, that's happened. You're at a different stage in your life now. And you know that just settling is not something that you want to happen. We've got all of these changes going on with you. You're meeting new people. There are going to be some new romantic partners coming up. So don't settle. But really look at how you got to this mindset anyway of settling and try and understand what led you here. Once you identify it and understand it, then you can work on healing it so you don't have to keep repeating these lessons. Okay, so if nobody has come along yet, be patient. Someone is right around the corner. For partnered Aries natives, you need some truthful answers. And to do that, you need to have clear, open dialogue with your partner. Talk things out, be honest, be mindful, not to run them over, not to take over the conversation, and not to be too demanding. Let them speak and let them explain their actions. Once you have these answers, it will be much easier for you to see how you got to this crossroads too with your relationship. Your next step then will be much more obvious once you've heard them out. Pay attention to the details and not so much what they're saying, but also what they're doing. How are they acting? Actions speak louder than words with your partner, and you know this, you've always known this. They start acting weird, they start acting a little bit shady, you get that gut instinct that things aren't right, but then you try and overcompensate, but then things just seem to get swept underneath the rug, and you're tired of it. You're done with that type of behavior. Use your intuitive powers, use your analytic ability to get to the root of the actual problem, because what looks like the problem isn't the problem. It's just a symptom of the problem. But it's really important, Aries, that you stop second guessing yourself and trust your gut, because you know in your heart of hearts where this relationship is going and whether or not you want to work on salvaging it or whether you want to let it go. You may not be ready to admit it yet in May. Let's look at the outcome. If you stay on the current path you're on now, where will you be at the end of May? Oh, nice, nice. Have faith in your dreams. Another great positive card. Now, this has been an interesting reading, hasn't it? I mean, there's been some tension with home, and there's been some tension with your romantic sector too. But overall, this is about you believing in yourself. This is about you stepping forward, embracing who you are, not making excuses for who you are, and knowing that you deserve things to work out. You deserve a happily ever after. And if you're settling for less than that, then you need to explore that and find out why. This isn't a surprise. You know that you've been settling and trying to keep your partner happy. And because of that, it's been causing some resentment. So it's time to really look at things in May. But other than that, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really good month for you. The outcome is really interesting. Faith requires you to believe in something that's not yet evident. And like I say, generally, Aries is pretty optimistic. You are usually the first one to volunteer. But as I said, the last 18 months have been hard on you and lots have happened, and maybe you've kind of lost that optimism, but we can see by the end of the month you get it back. To generate more faith, we have to focus on the why, not so much the how. How are things going to turn out, but why? What motivates us to want this relationship over that relationship, or to live in this state versus that state? What is the motivating factor? And don't worry about the how. If you're dreaming about moving to another country and it doesn't seem possible or logical, don't worry about it. That's in Spirit's hands, okay? Your question is why? Why have you selected this country over that country? Aries has a tendency, though, to get caught up in the how, and with that, you end up doubting that it's going to happen, and then you become discouraged and pessimistic and kind of give up. So that sends that energy to the universe that will just cancel out your dreams and everything that you're manifesting. So that's why it's really important to stay optimistic and let the universe work out the details. And usually things happen in ways that we could never imagine anyway. And you have to be honest, Aries, some really nice things have happened to you lately, and they were totally unexpected. So I think overall that this is a really good sign for the outcome. I think that you're going to be in a much more optimistic place by the end of the month than you are even at the beginning of the month, which means things smooth out. So overall, great forecast. What is the best stone for you to work with in the month of May? Oh, ammonite. Ammonite is a really nice stone. It's not that expensive and it's not that hard to find. You might have to look around a little bit to find it. It's not quite as common as quartz, obviously, but it's not that super expensive either. It's a lovely green stone, so we're talking about heart healing. Ammonite has been found in Russia, Madagascar, Brazil, Virginia, and Colorado, as well as elsewhere. So it's not that rare, but you don't see a lot of jewelry made with it. It's been used since ancient times. There's evidence that ammonite was used to create jewelry back in ancient Egypt as well. So it's something that's been prized for some time. It's used in the metaphysical world to soothe tension, anxiety, and stress. It's also considered to be a stone of good luck and good fortune. It's a great all-around stone to have in your crystal toolbox as well. I would suggest that you wear, carry, and meditate with this stone to help you stay in balance during the month of May. Overall, pretty good forecast for you. Things are definitely on the upside now for you, and you're moving forward, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this little mini forecast. If you would like to know more, you can find me at Serenity, and I'll put my information up here and of course in the description box below if you would like to book a personal reading. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments section. Take care and stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.